Hey vlog, how's it going? It has been a rough couple of days. It has been not great. So I want to try to turn that around today. I've decided to try wearing Arthur. This is my second time doing it, first time putting it on by myself, and I think he's okay. I'm still like keeping one hand on him at all times, which is not the point, but I'm sure I'll get more comfortable with it. But yeah, I'm trying to turn it around. I did get him down for a really short nap earlier, so I tried to cook supper, and we didn't have all the ingredients we needed for 2 of the recipes that we picked up for this week that I thought we had everything for, so that was annoying. Pulled everything out and then we didn't have it. So I made a grocery list. I'm gonna put in an order soon, but I thought, okay, is there anything else I can make? We do have frozen stuff, so I think we'll be okay for supper tonight, but I thought, is there anything I can make to kind of cheer Aiden and myself up? Tried to find everything for a couple recipes and I cannot find our baking soda for the life of me. I'm sure we're not out of it because when you use baking soda you use so little that I just can't imagine that we're out, but I looked everywhere. Can't find it. So one thing we do have is lots of apples, so I'm gonna make an apple crisp. And this little guy tucked in here is gonna be my helper. And hopefully he's gonna have a good sleep in there because this little boy does not want to sleep. We're figuring it out. And again, I have not been baby wearing much, but I've heard that this is a great technique to get them to fall asleep and still be able to function and not be nap trapped on the couch 24/7. So that is what's going on today. I also still have not mailed our Christmas cards yet, so I'm disappointed about that, but we're gonna get them out. I've got all of them done except for the ones that I wanted to write a little note in. So some people gave us gifts for Arthur really recently, and I haven't had a chance to write them a thank you note yet. I just thought I'd tuck in a little note card with the Christmas card, but I haven't done that yet. So we'll get there. Hopefully he'll nap in here. I'll cook the apple crisp and then probably feed him, change him, maybe put him back in here, see if I can get a few more things done, depending on how this goes. I just watched a YouTube tutorial of this again to make sure I did it right, and the woman who was doing it basically said that she just wears him all day. Like, she takes him out, feeds him, hangs out, whatever, and then keeps the wrap on her body and then just tucks him right back in, and then, like, yeah, just wears him all the time. So who knows, maybe it'll be good for both of us. Okay, time for the apple crisp. The apple crisp is in the oven. I feel like it took me way longer than it should have, but it's okay. We did it. This guy was good. He started to move like halfway through, and so I switched his head to the other side, although I feel like his head naturally is better at going to one side than the other. So one side looked a little bit different, so I was checking on him more. But overall, I feel like it worked pretty well. He's still in a good position, but I do feel like it loosened up slightly while I was wearing it, so I might try to tie it tighter next time. So I am going to take it off, but I am proud of myself for venturing out of the comfort zone and, yeah, wearing him for a nap, because good to be up and moving, although my body's just so rough. So I feel like I'm finally feeling a little more healed. I'm almost 6 weeks, but I've really noticed how out of shape my body is, and not in like an exercise way, but like my body doesn't want to move anymore. So my knees especially, I cannot bend down. Like, I tried to bend down to put him in a swing before I put him in the carrier just so that he could like sit for a minute and chill. Yeah, I almost fell down because I literally can't bend my knees. They feel like they're gonna break. And it sucks, but I mean, I guess that makes sense. I've barely been able to move for the past 6 weeks, so of course my body's like but yeah. So I have my doctor's appointment this week. Well, it's almost a week from today because I couldn't get in right at 6 weeks. So I'm looking forward to chatting and seeing how my healing is going, seeing what she thinks, and going from there. Because I've kind of been doing just what feels okay for my body, but it would be great to know how she thinks the healing is going and when I'm cleared to be able to move more and carry things and whatever. Because I've only been able to carry him. That's it. I'm also curious how much he weighs now because I feel like he's been growing, but I have no clue how heavy he is. We do have a scale in the house, but I'm not sure if it's working, and it's not as accurate as a regular baby scale, although just to get an idea, we could like weigh me and then weigh me with him. That could be a good idea. He's still sleeping. It's good. He's getting a good nap in there. It's been, how long? An hour and 16. So, it's pretty good. And then there's the whole thing. You don't want him to nap too long in the day so that he'll sleep at night. Man, being a new parent is quite a journey. And I feel like me talking about all this stuff is just inviting myself for new parent critiques. So I'm a little nervous about that. Please be kind. But yeah, basically all we're doing is trying our best and keeping him safe and healthy. And there's so much information out there and so much advice. Anyways, I'm sure these videos are going up much later than planned because I think I've put out day 1 and 2 and today's the 15th. My gosh. At the start of the month, I was like, oh, I'm gonna edit all the time when he's sleeping. And that just hasn't been happening. It's not super comfortable. It's hard to get in position to be able to do that. But I would like to do it more. So maybe. We'll see. Normally I wouldn't just take him out and try to wake him up, but I want to make sure he's not too warm and nothing's too tight on him. I feel like last time we did this, he had like a little mark on his leg where it was maybe just a little too snug. So that's why I didn't want it to be too tight this time. But I think we did a pretty good job. Only thing is now I just untied it and I heard Puka go downstairs. Good timing. Good timing, Pooks. I actually took her out while we were making the apple crisp, and she decided to go out and have a sniff, and that was it. Hi, I'm talking about you, yeah. Yeah. Hi. Also, being a new parent is very hard, but I don't want to just come on here and only complain. So please don't think that I'm, I don't know, hating everything, because I'm not. Puka has been the best girl ever. Both Aiden and I have said, like, we love her even more now because she's just so sweet and so good. She's better with Arthur than I ever could have imagined. If you know Puka at all, you know she's like an especially nervous dog. She's just skittish, she's nervous, she doesn't like when people touch her a certain way, so like we're fully aware that she might not be the biggest fan once he's moving and touching things and whatever. But, hi, she is such a sweetie. I can't get over it. She's been just like snuggling Aiden and I and saying hi to Arthur and being really gentle and, you know, not that I have had any worries about that, but some people say that their dogs just turn into a different dog when they bring a baby home. And the first day we brought her home, because she stayed a week at my parents' because recovery was so rough, but yeah, the first day they brought her over, they just brought her for a visit so she could like see us and meet Arthur, and she seemed wigged out. I was like, this might not work. Aiden, he was joking that we would be rehoming her to my parents, which was funny, but it was not a funny joke. It was not good because I didn't want to lose you. I cried so many days just thinking like, I want to see Puka. And that was something I thought about all the time during birth. Like, yeah, I remember during labor, I was like, you gotta come out, you gotta come meet Puka, you gotta have a good Christmas, you're gonna have a great Christmas, you're gonna meet your doggy. Like, those were the two things I thought about the most. And so when Puka first came over and she was like, just a little like, what is happening? I was like, oh no, she's gonna hate us. She's gonna hate him. She's gonna like run to another room whenever he's crying. No, she's been the absolute best. I am so proud. Feel bad I underestimated her, but you just never know how your dog's gonna react with change, and you can't really tell them what's going on. But yeah, I'm so proud of you. Do you need to go outside? Yeah. I feel like she gets really excited to see him too, like if we go out and then come back with him. She's like sniffing his car seat, like, oh, hi! And what else? She likes going outside with him. When we take him out, she seems to be like, you know, excited. And again, the stroller was something I thought, there's no way. She hates things with wheels. She barks at people who have wheelchairs and on the sidewalk. But she's been perfect. Like, just a gem. I forget if I said the only issue was that she had an ear infection when she came back, and so she was not feeling good. And it was so bad she had to go on steroids, and then she was peeing a billion times a day. Like, as much as we were changing his diaper, we had to take her out. And I say we, but it was mostly Aiden because I still couldn't move much then. And she was constantly thirsty and constantly starving for food, which is so unlike her, and it was just the medication, but it was just an extra layer of chaos. Like, he was probably easier than her for the first little bit. So yeah, we love Pooks. I don't want to complain about her because she's been great. I don't want to complain about Arthur because he's a little sweetie. He's been starting to smile, and it's just the best thing in the world. Like, it brightens our day so much. It just makes such a difference. And starting to coo a little bit, like, whoo, and just like acting like he wants to talk to us, you know? It's really cool. I wish he was a better sleeper, but I get it. I wasn't a good sleeper either. I think he has FOMO. He doesn't want to fall asleep and miss out on anything, which is also me. So yeah, I don't blame him. I hope all that makes sense. And I don't sound like I'm just complaining about everything. Because as hard as it is, I'm loving this. We love him so much. Okay, Little Bean's back in his wrap, although I probably didn't need to because Aiden came down and made supper. He made nachos and guacamole and these gnocchis. I think they're Pomodoro ones from PC. They're the new gnocchis from PC. I don't know. We'll see if they're any good. Taste test on camera. I was telling Aiden I also tried to get a like roasted butter and sage one or something, but It didn't come for some reason. I think maybe it was just me, because there were a couple other things on the PC order that I thought I got and I didn't. Kind of weird. Did you try one?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think?
Kind of weird.
It's not as good as I was hoping. I'll be fully honest. But I think it's the cauliflower taste. I think it tastes funny. Because this one's made with cauliflower. But I think there's other ones. So I'm not ruling it out. I want to try the other ones before I make a decision about if it's good or not. But this cauliflower pomodoro one, meh. I don't know what I'd give it. What would you give it?
5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Makes sense.